Hey y'all, what's going on? This is Jesse Bells from the 19th hole, and we're here to do the Pro and Expert guide for the upcoming Community Cup Tournament. Now this is going to be a guide where we talk about holes 1 through 9, different ways you could possibly play the hole, clubs to use, balls to use, and different elevation changes that you may encounter during your round. Keep in mind, this is not advice giving, knowing the winds and what kind of winds we will face during the tournament. So things could change depending on the kind of winds that we see. And we may be able to develop more precise, like this spin and this spin type of shot, and just really zero in on our shots. But that's something that we can't really do until after we find out what kind of winds we're going to have for the tournament. So if this is just going to be a guide and kind of like a roadmap, kind of just like pushing you down the correct path. Get you all thinking about possible shots and kind of just get those gears turning in your head and hopefully get you a little bit more prepared for the tournament to come. This is going to be a tournament that is very shot dependent. It's going to be some really big scores. I'm going to guess at least 30s for sure. So this is a tournament where you can't make mistakes. You've got to hit your shots if you want a chance at getting the medal in this tournament. So go ahead and start here. We got hole number 1. And we start off with a par 4. And from the rookies, we can drive it to the green. As you can see, there is quite a bit of difference between the rookie tee and the pro expert tee. So from the pro expert tee, we're going to use our driver that we have. If you have the extra mile, the Thor, the APOC, whichever one of those that you want to use it. But we're going to try to take our drive as far up the fairway as we can. Seeing as we're not able to actually play the hole from these tees, there's really no way of knowing exactly how far we can get it up the fairway. So I'm going to guess it's going to be somewhere in this zone right here, which is either going to leave us a wood or probably a long iron shot to the green. Now, some people with really high maxed out clubs and really good balls may be able to get it farther up, maybe within a short iron distance to the green. And if you can do that, definitely do that. But for the rest of us mortals out there that don't have those kind of clubs, you're probably going to be looking at either a wood or a long iron shot to the green. Now, as far as the ball goes, you can use a Titan, a Kingmaker, Power 4 ball, whichever you decide to use to give you the best chance of getting that shot up to a good spot for a possible eagle. Most people are going to be taking their shot up here, landing it in front of the green and trying to roll it up there for the eagle. And that's what I feel like we're going to see a lot of in the pro and the expert. But then again, let's have to wait and see what kind of a wind we get. One division may give us a good wind to try to go for a little bit better of a drive, and then the other division may give us a really doo-doo wind. So we may not be able to do a whole lot with it. We'll just have to wait and see what we can do there. So, all right, hole number 2 is next. And this is a par 3. So we got hole 2, par 3. As you can see, we have a difference in the tee boxes here again, from the rookie to the pro. And it's not really a big amount. On the rookie tee, we're using long irons. And from the pro tee, we're going to be using a wood or maybe a Goliath. I would definitely stick with the same type of landing spots for these shots from the pro, for pro and expert for sure. And if you want to go with that more leftward landing spot, you are going to want to pick a ball with some right spin to be able to direct that ball back to the hole. And there is kind of a slope here on the green to help that ball go from left to right as well, if you do want to play that leftward landing spot. I think I'm going to probably stick with the straight on approach, just like we played in the rookie. We will play this one with a plus 10% off the tee box, so we'd have to add an additional 10% onto our wind. I hope that I can use the sniper on this one with some backspin. That's really what I would like to use. And I plan to play the same type of setup as I played in the rookie, where I kind of just use that fringe, go straight at the hole with my 10% adjustment, and hopefully I can get the ace. But don't count out using that left to right slope on that green yet. With good ball guides, that may be a shot that's able to be dialed in as well. So wait and see what kind of a wind we get, and then go from there as far as which way we want to play this hole. All right, so we got hole number 3 is next, and this is our first par 5, and this is a hole that, depending on what kind of a wind we get, will definitely open up the possibilities that we can do. Let's just say we have a tailwind. In that case, we want to use our driver. We want to use either a Titan ball or a Power 4 ball, and we want to use a driver with at least 6 bars of topspin. What we're going to be doing is we're going to try to land our shot in this zone right here with the topspin to get that nice bounce off this island. And you can land your shot anywhere in this zone right here. You'll be okay. But you're trying to get that bounce over the water, land it in the fairway here, and then rolling it up to this area of the fairway. And then from there, you will have a short iron shot to the green. Do keep in mind plus 10% off the tee box. And then also from that second shot over here is going to be plus 10% as well. So if you can play that shot with your short iron to the green, make sure you play at 10%. Now, if we don't have a very favorable wind, then you may want to play a shot where you actually play your shot to the green, to this island area, where you land your shot in here with a backspin. And then from there, you will have a sniper shot from the elevated island. You're going to play a 30 to 40% adjustment for this shot. And you're going to use your sniper to go straight at the green. And hopefully maybe you have a chance to get the albatross that way. Hopefully we get a tailwind. Hopefully we can use the big shot to get up within short iron distance. But the shot to the green, to that island area right here, is always in the books. And it can be played with about 3 to 4 bars of backspin. And just trying to control that drive to that fairway area on that island. And then using the sniper. Now, if we get some really, really bad winds, you can always play it to the left side as well. You'll play a 10% adjustment for this shot as well. And you'll try to roll your shot somewhere up into the fairway right there. And then from there, you will have a second shot plus 10% on that as well. And you'll have a second shot to the green. Not a really good albatross chance, but definitely a pretty solid eagle opportunity if you play it that way. Let's see if we got anything else here to say. If you are playing your shot to the left, you want to make sure that you do bring a wood club with you that has a pretty good amount of distance, especially if you're unable to get your drive very far down that fairway. You don't want to be stuck there with a wood club that doesn't have you the distance. So make sure that you A, get your drive far enough down the fairway, and B, have a wood that can get you to the green for that second shot for the easy eagle. All right, so next up we got hole number 4. And this is a par 3. This is a plus 10% off the tee box for this one. And so we go back here. I like the sniper shot here. We're going to play it off the island here. And pretty much right at the hole. Do keep in mind that the back part of the screen does slope back to the hole. So it is possible to actually roll past the hole and then roll back down the hill into the hole. So you can either go in the front of the hole or the back of the hole and still have a good chance at the ace here. I like the sniper. I said plus 10% on the shot. And I like to go with the Kingmaker ball, or even if you want to go with a little bit better of a wind ball, you could definitely go with that. As far as the spins go, you're going to be using backspin. If you have a tailwind, you use more backspin, about 4 to 5 bars of backspin. If you have a side wind, crosswind, that's when you're going to use a little bit less backspin, 3 to 4 bars of backspin. And if you have a headwind, you're not going to use a whole lot of backspin at all. Somewhere in the neighborhood of 0 to 2 bars of backspin, depending on the way you play it. Do keep in mind it's okay to go past the hole because that hill will feed your ball back down to the hole if you go it too far. So definitely don't be worried about that part. That is a pretty good safety net there behind the hole, just in case you go a little bit too far. All right, that's it for that hole. That's a pretty simple, straightforward par 3. You will find with kind of a side wind that you may have to over adjust it a little bit extra, maybe like an extra ring of an adjustment. I do find that it does seem to play. You do need to overplay that adjustment sometimes on this hole, depending on the kind of wind that you get. So if you're making your adjustment and your shot just seems to be like, one ring off to the right or one ring off to the left when you have a good side wind or something like that, do keep in mind that sometimes you may need to over adjust this one just a little bit extra. All right, so next up we got hole number 5. Yeah, hole number 5. And this is a par 4. And we will play plus 10% off the tee pad here. What we really want to do is we really want to get a shot off the tee pad and off this island where we bounce here, and then we can get the roll onto the green. That's what we would like to get. We need some sort of a tailwind to be able to do that. Either a tailwind or a side tailwind will do, but we definitely have to have some sort of a tailwind if we want to have a chance to do that. Now, to make that shot happen, you're going to have to go with at least a power 3 and up ball. The better ball you use, the less overpower you will need, which equals the better chance you have of successfully making the shot. So do keep in mind that. I like to go with 4 bars of topspin, a couple bars of right spin, and then the curl. This depends on the kind of wind we have. If we have a left to right wind, you don't need to use curl. If you have more of a right to left wind, you may want to use a little bit of right curl to kind of, straighten out that shot and compensate a little bit more for that wind, because you do want that ball to come in with that left to right kind of a trajectory on the bounce to take it towards the hole. This is one of those greens, though, where it was that large of a green that you can find yourself in putting position where you can't reach the hole in one shot. So you really want to make sure that you get those top spins and spins down correctly, because you find yourself too far to the back of the green, you won't be able to make it in one. If you find yourself short on the green, you won't be able to make it on one. But you don't want to use too much topspin because you don't want to go through the green and into the rough. It's a very touchy hole. So figure out the way you want to play it best. Figure out the spins that work best for your style of shot that you're going to play and power ball that you're going to use. And then stick with it, hammer out those details, and keep yourself in position for the eagle. If you keep yourself in position for the eagle on this hole, you're going to keep yourself in position for a top 3 medal in the tournament. Let me see if I got anything else to say about this one. If you're not going to play it to the left side, then you are going to play it to the right side over here. And you're going to use about 4 to 5 bars of topspin and left spin on this shot to try to get your ball over in this zone. And then from there, you have a short iron to the hole. For that shot, you will play a plus 10% for that shot there. And you will play a plus 10% off the tee pad as well for that shot. You're going to use either your Hornet or your Thorn for that second shot from the right side. So definitely figure out which one works best for you. I would suggest that you find one and stick with it, as opposed to going back and forth throughout the whole week. It's a lot better to just find something and stick out with it, because eventually you are going to get it to drop. So definitely, be patient and, give that club a chance, whichever one you go with. Okay, we got hole number 6 is next. Hole number 6, and this is a hole that we just recently had. So hole 6, par 3, plus 10% off the tee pad. This is a hole that you're going to play with a sniper. I like the sniper. Some people will use the Guardian. I like the sniper. I like a Kingmaker ball as well. And people are either going to play it to the green, or they land it there, or they're going to play it where they land it in this zone right here. Now, the basic fundamental on this hole is going to be the same no matter where you land it. Your goal is to land it on the green and then take it using the slope back to the hole. Okay, so whichever way you do decide to play it, you're going to be using that right to left slope of this green to kind of, direct your ball back down to the hole. I like to play it with, a good amount of left side spin and back spin. And I like to play it with somewhere between 3 to 5 bars of backspin and then max left spin. And depending on what division you play it, you'll play it with somewhere between mid and max adjustment for your shot. I believe in Expert, last time I played it 3 back, max left, and I played some sort of a 1-to-1 adjustment. And we did actually get the ace on the weekend round, so that was pretty cool. But, different wins will require a different adjustment, so it's just a matter of, dialing the shot in again and trying to get that ace again on this hole. Definitely a very aceable hole, and a hole that would be awesome if you can figure out how to pick up a stroke on the field. So, all right. Next up, we got hole number 7. And this is probably the most boring hole on the course. This is a par 5. Yeah, this is one of those holes where, like, Playtemic, why did you put this one in the tournament? But I know the peoples voted for it. I wasn't one of those peoples, but enough people voted for it to force Playtemic to put this one in. Blast the ball down the fairway, aim it towards the hole, and put the ball in the hole. That's basically the best thing I can tell you to do on this hole. Hit the drive as far down the fairway as you can, get yourself as close to that green as you can, and give yourself the best chance at the albatross, which means going with some sort of getting a short iron or a min-long iron distance shot on this hole. As you can see, the tees are farther back than the rookie tees, so I'm going to assume that we will be able to get our shot somewhere in this zone right here from the second tee positions. Now, some people with really nice clubs and really nice balls may be able to get a little bit farther down than where I put my circle, but for the most part, I believe that most people are going to be in this circle area. Okay, which they're going to leave a min-range long iron, or possibly even possibly a max range short iron if you can get it really far down there. I think trying to get yourselves in the short iron with like the thorn or something like that is going to give you your best chance of getting the albatross from the pro and the expert. But also the wind factor is definitely going to play a role. So if Playtemic whips out some kind of crazy headwind or side wind, it may make this hole a little bit more interesting. But this fairway is huge, so it'll be hard to miss the fairway. And even if you do miss the fairway, with these higher level nirvanas and stuff like that, you're still going to be able to make that green for an eagle. And yeah, the name of the game here is try to find out how to get that albatross. And yeah, this is a boring hole. There's just really not a whole lot to to talk about on this hole, because it is so boring. They're just all right. Let's move on to the next hole. All right, we got hole number 8 here, and this is a par 4. We're going to play a plus 10% off the tee box, and I would definitely say you want to go with either Extra Mile, your Thor, or your APOC. Titan, Power 4 ball would all be good balls to use here, and depending on kind of wind we have here, you're either going to play a straight power shot with top spin and left spin, and try to bounce it over this the water and bounce it towards the hole, either onto the green or somewhere short of the green, that way. And that will be played with a straight power shot with left curl, top spin, and left spin. You want to go with about 4 to 6 bars of top spin on that shot. And if you're playing the straight power shot, you want to go with left spin. If you're going to play some sort of a power curl shot, where you use the ring adjustment, you may want to use actually right spin on that shot, like 2 to 3 bars of right spin, to help kind of guide that ball back to the right-hand side. Otherwise, you may bounce into this rough in this area right here. So that's why you want to use that right spin to kind of counteract that angle of the landing spot to kind of move that shot back farther to the right. Now with some sort of a crazy headwind or something like that, then you will want to play your shot out to this zone right here. That was a terrible line. I doubt we're going to get that, but you never know. So if you do come in with that possibility right there, you will play a shot something like that with either long iron or short iron. Probably a short iron from that spot right there. But yeah. Okay. So as long as you have a tailwind, some sort of a tailwind or a right to left side wind, you should be able to go for the shot over the water. If you have some sort of a headwind, especially if it's like a higher strength headwind, that's when you may have to play your shot to the right and go for the iron shot to the green. All right, so our last and final hole is hole number 9, and this is a par 5? Yeah, par 5, and we'll play with a plus 10% adjustment off the tee box. And if you're going to play the safe shot, you're going to use full topspin and left spin and try to bounce your ball before the bunker, over the bunker, and then roll your shot out to this zone right here. From there, you'll have a second shot with a wood club, sniper, or even a guardian for a chance at the albatross. Most likely more like an eagle if you play this shot. And that's if you have a really bad wind where you just can't make that shot over that bunker. Now, you're going to want to use a ball that gives you the chance to curl this shot around the tree. That's my suggestion. And the way that you're going to do that, let's see back here, take this back here, is you want to land your shot somewhere in this zone right here with top spin and right spin and right curl. Actually, take that back. You want to land your shot in this zone right here. So top spin, and right curl. You want to take your shot around like this. Okay? And the way that you do that is 4 to 5 bars of top spin, max right spin, and you want to use right curl, somewhere in the neighborhood of like 50 to 60% of right curl. You do want to make sure that you stay away from these trees right here, because you can hit the tree and then drop down into that bunker, which is something that you don't want to do. From there, you'll have a long iron or short iron shot to the green for the possible albatross. So that's what you would like to do, for sure. Now, like I said, if you have to play the short shot where you jump it over the bunker with top spin and left spin, in that case, that's when you will have a wood shot to the green. But in any case, you do want to make sure that you put yourself in position to get the eagle. This is definitely a must eagle hole. You do not want to end your tournament getting a birdie on this hole. And this may end up being one of the tougher holes on the course. I have a feeling that Playdemic's not going to give us very kind winds on this hole. At least I wouldn't expect them to. Could be wrong, though. You never know. So, yep, that's hole number 9. There's not a whole lot to say. There's not a whole lot to say about the course in general. It's a very straightforward course. It's a course where you have to get out there. You got to make the shots, and you got to put the ball in the hole and get yourself a really nice score. Like again, I said, it's going to take scores in the minus 30s to win this tournament. The Community Cup Tournament, a tournament that you, the Golf Clash player, voted on and selected the holes for. So thank you all very much for hanging out with me for this 30-plus minute guide for the pro and the expert portion of this course. I already have done the rookie, so if you haven't seen that and you have a rookie account, definitely check that out. You can check us out on Facebook. You just go to Golf Clash the 19th hole, and you can fill out the questionnaire, join our community, and hopefully ask some questions, get some good answers, and help improve your game in the Golf Clash area. So thank you all very much. Y'all have a good day. Have a good night. God bless.